Dams are created by highly talented engineers with claims that these buildings are built to stay for centuries to come. However, time and again dams have collapsed and some of them have resulted in major disasters. Here is a list of 10 of the world's worst dam disasters ever. St. Francis Dam. On March 12, 1928, one of the worst civil engineering disasters of the 20th century occurred with no warning. The St. Francis Dam, located 64 kilometers northwest of Los Angeles, California, failed unexpectedly. Due to the failure of the dam, 47 million cubic meters of water was released into San Francisco Canyon. The result was devastating and over 400 people died due to the failure of the dam. Although a definitive cause for the dam failure was never determined, but various theories have been proposed. With theories such as sabotage, geology, and poor construction, several reasons for the failure have been investigated. Eventually, it was concluded that the failure was entirely due to the geology of the site. The site location of the St. Francis Dam was unsuitable for concrete gravity dam. Malplaisette Dam. The Malplaisette Dam was located in southern France. It was a double curvature arch dam with a maximum height of about 60 meters and a crest length of about 223 meters. The dam created a reservoir with an estimated total capacity of about 51 million cubic meters. At the time of the failure, the level of the water was 0.3 meter below the spillway elevation. The failure of Malplaisette Dam represented the first failure of an arch dam. The suddenness of the failure, given that nothing abnormal had been detected at the dam within the hours preceding the event, added to the uncertainty. This resulted in the rise of the water level by almost 4 meters within 3 days. It was decided to open the bottom outlet gate in the dam. This would permit a controlled release of water and prevent damage to a highway bridge under construction downstream of the dam. Within hours of the bottom outlet gate being opened on December 2, 1959, the dam failed without warning. The city of Fréjus, 7 kilometers downstream of the dam, suffered heavy losses resulting from the release of the water and debris. More than 300 people died in the disaster. Blocks of concrete from the dam were washed as much as 1.5 kilometers to downstream. Vajont Dam. 276 meters high double-arch dam across the Vajont River Valley in northern Italy was constructed between 1957 and 1960. The dam created a reservoir with an estimated capacity of about 169 million cubic meters. On October 9, 1963, the southern rock slope of the reservoir failed over an approximately 2 kilometers length. The result was devastating in 5 villages and 2,040 lives were lost due to the failure of the dam. Movement rates of the slide mass of approximately 275 million cubic meters during the failure were 25 meters per second. The massive slide mass came to rest approximately 360 meters laterally and 140 meters upward on the opposite bank of the reservoir. The top of the slide mass was 160 meters above the crest of the arch dam. At the time of the failure, the reservoir was about 66% full and contained an estimated 115 million cubic meters of water. The water level had been lowered in a controlled fashion by approximately 10 meters in the preceding 2 weeks. As the slide mass plunged into the reservoir, the water was displaced over the dam crest in a stream estimated to be up to 245 meters above crest level. Teton Dam. Teton Dam was an earth dam constructed between 1972 and 1975. The failure of the dam occurred in June 1976, when the water was being filled for the first time inside it. The flooding of the downstream regions after the failure of the dam resulted in the loss of 14 lives and caused an estimated loss of $400 million. 90 meters high zone-filled earth dam was constructed in a steep-walled canyon eroded by the Teton River in Idaho. It had a wide silt core with upstream and downstream shells consisting mainly of sand, gravel, and cobbles. The dam failed on June 5, 1976, when the water level in the reservoir was at an elevation of 9 meters below the embankment crest and 1 meter below the spillway crest. Breach of the dam crest and complete failure was preceded over a period of 2 days by increasing quantities of seepage. This seepage was observed initially 460 meters downstream and later on the downstream face of the dam. Gleno Dam failure. The Gleno Dam was situated in the Valle di Scave in the northern province of Bergamo, Italy. The dam was initially planned to be a gravity dam, but later, due to financial issues, it was made as a multiple arch dam. Due to the poor construction methodologies, the arches were fairly weaker than how they should have been. The foundations of the dam were also believed to be made of the same weak material, but nothing was done to make it stronger. On December 1, 1923, the dam cracked, spilling over 4.5 million cubic meters of water in the surrounding areas, which were completely eradicated from the map. Moczcza Dam failure. The Moczcza II Dam was situated on the Moczcza River burst. It was located near the small town Morbi in the Rajkot district of Gujarat, India. In August 1979, due to excessive rain and massive flooding, the walls of the dam started to weaken. Due to no appropriate emergency measures, this issue was certainly something no one could control. Within 20 minutes of the flood, waves of about 10 meters in height started flowing over the nearby areas. In mere minutes, the whole town was gone. This disaster is also known as the Morbi Dam failure. No one knows for sure how many lives were lost, but estimates range from 1,800 to as high as 25,000. The Panshet Dam bursts. On July 12, 1961, following a night of heavy rainfall around the city of Pune, in the Indian state of Maharashtra, the Panshet Dam burst. The resulting flood killed around 1,000 people, led to the displacement and relocation of tens of thousands more. It rained heavily on the night before July 12. The water in the reservoir swelled and strained against the dam's walls. Cracks appeared quickly. The dam would have burst that night were it not for the efforts of a group of Indian Army engineers, who covered the expanding cracks with cement and sandbags, buying the dam several hours. In the early hours of July 12, though, the dam gave way, shattering along a fault line dozens of feet long. The rushing waters flooded the rivers nearby and burst the much older Katakwasla Dam as well, adding to the torrent. Residents of Pune climbed to their roofs or ran for higher ground as low-lying areas flooded. Though a precise casualty count does not exist, nearly 1,000 people are believed to have died in the floods. Mon Reservoir failure. This Mon Reservoir was created by damming two rivers, Hive and Mon. The reservoir is located in the North Rhine-Westphalia in Germany. The dam on the reservoir was subjected to bombing during the Second World War. On the fateful night of May 16 to 17, 1943, bouncing bombs were targeted at the dam by RAF Lancaster bombers. The protective nets hanging on the water were unable to stop the bombs. A massive hole was created on the dam that allowed water to spill over and flood large areas around the dam. At least 1,579 people lost their lives in this human-induced disaster. Brumadinho Dam disaster. The high-profile catastrophe took place on January 25, 2019 at a tailings dam near the Corrego do Feijão iron ore mine, close to the town of Brumadinho, in southeast Brazil. One of Brazil's worst environmental disasters, a dam collapse that also killed more than 200 people. When the dam collapsed, it caused a torrent of sludge to cover surrounding land, taking lives, destroying homes and livelihoods, and polluting rivers with toxic material. Owned by Vale, Brazil's largest mining company, the tailings dam was used for more than 40 years to hold waste from the mine. While it is not uncommon for such dams to move as more material is added, and it compacts and shifts. Accelerated movement shouldn't happen, it's a precursor that failure will occur. Brumadinho was the second Vale-owned mining dam to collapse in recent years, and one of many widely reported failures worldwide.